All right. We'll call the meeting to order for the Golf Advisory Committee held on April 23rd, 2026 at 6:30 at City Council Chambers. Um, Jake, you want to call the roll?
Sure. I don't know. Not sure if I know everybody that's on it. Is there? So, Chris Eastman
Here.
Anthony Hofer
Here.
Alex Rodriguez
Here.
May Beaver
Here.
Scott
Here.
and last one
Brenda.
Brenda.
Here.
All right. Quorum. Let's do some introductions really quick. And I'll go first. Mayor Sykes.
Councilman Sanders.
Brenda Schwartz.
Scott LaSalle.
May Beaver.
Alex Rodriguez.
Anthony Hover.
Chris Eastman.
Jake Olson.
Okay. And then we do have some guests. Would anybody like to introduce themselves? I know we have Councilman Harjo in the back and his lovely wife, Samantha. So anybody else? Okay. We'll run down to item number 3, approval of minutes. There were none since this is your guys' first official meeting. I'll run down to item number 4, financial report. I think here moving forward, they're going to start letting you know where we sit. So I don't think there was one in I don't see one in this packet. So you guys will get that at the next go round. And then let's run down to item number 5, other items brought forward by the staff or elected officials. So all I want to do is I'm going to bow out here really quick. I have another meeting in literally 20 minutes. So I'll let Councilman Sanders probably run the remaining of this. So get you guys' feet wet, but you guys will eventually elect your chairperson, your vice chair, your secretary, and all that. My thought process right now is just more or less like my expectations and here moving forward with you guys. You know, obviously we've put this back online and we're looking for input. I think the biggest misnomer out there is everybody hears something from a reliable source, and you on this panel are the reliable source. So if it didn't come from you, then it's not true. If it didn't come from my mouth or President Councilman Sanders' mouth about this golf board, then it's, you know how people are. It's on Facebook. It's got to be true. So it's one of those things that your thing is educational. You guys will bring something like when you guys sit together, you'll have Jake here, you'll have Chris is on the board too. You guys will have a wealth of knowledge of how a golf course operates, how a golf course essentially functions. If you have you guys can ask us any questions. You can ask the treasurer, hey, can you send us some financials of where we're at this month? How much did the range ball make? We are at your disposal, so you just need to ask. All I ask is, if you do it as a body, whoever the the chairperson is, be the kind of like the lead contact. And if not, you can always go to Jake. And then, like I said, either way, we just want to make sure that we give you guys all the information that you request, so it's all transparent. We have nothing to hide. Let's see, educational, financials, and like I said, you guys are the eyes and ears, because we all golf, and you're all in the know, and y'all are different kind of sector of people.
Mm-hmm.
So you all will be able to get the message out where we're going, where we're heading. Don't be shy. Mr. Hofer sent an email. We answered his email. We'll answer whatever you guys. There's nothing to hide, so we'll answer any of your questions. And then also recommendations. If you see something, obviously. The big takeaway is, like, you can't go and say, hey, Jake, I need you to go resod number 7 green. That's not how that works. So just kind of want to set that expectation. Jake was probably thinking he's got, 6 new bosses here, and it's not how that works. But what we want you guys to do is make those recommendations. And you got to remember, we want to make sure it's in the budget. If it's something that's budgetary, we're going to show you those financials. If it's something that is easily attainable, that's a quick fix. Those are easy asks. But But if it's something like, hey guys, we want to change out tees and boxes, and we're not going to say no, but we're going to tell you these are the reasons why we can't do it this season or this month, and then we'll have a laundry list of things that we can accomplish together. And I think that's the big thing too is it'd be nice to all of us working together for the same common goal to better improve the course. Um, the news, not Mountain Home news, but the news in general, and we all know like, oh, we're getting rid of the golf course. We're doing that. No, that's not. I don't think this board's goal. I don't think my expectation is that. My expectation right now is being fiscally conservative with our tax dollars, but also knowing that the golf course is an amenity. It's like I antiquate it. I can't antiquate it to like a park. I antiquate it to like the cemetery. You have to pay to play, right? And if you antiquate that, then you'd almost justifiably comparatively is if I have to go play somewhere, or if I want to pay and I have to pay to play. Um, there's obviously a fee associated with it, but like the cemetery, I want to be in the cemetery, I got to pay. And if you look at the justification between the cost of being buried, our loved ones, and then the cost of play, one's in perpetuity. You pay a little bit of money forever, right? And so my thought process too with the budgeting process is trying to get as close to like the operation and maintenance of breaking even. So you guys will look at that when you get financials and stuff like that and kind of like, and ask those questions. Now, if it's a capital improvement plan, like if it's something that's a big ticket item, I believe that like if we can get the course in the operation and maintenance side to break even, great. Then we have done our job. I think that's fiscally conservative, good government. And now if it's a CIP, so let's say it's like Jake needs a brand new mower. That, to me, that's a capital improvement plan, or that's a piece of equipment. Because the problem with Jake's, not the problem, it is a problem. Anything golf related, it's expensive. Like I can go buy probably 6 mowers for the parks for one of the ones that on Jake's, and they all have different specialities to them. So those are a hard thing to people to quantify as well. Um, and I think those are the things that in my brain, if we can get, so we did and Tiff will get you guys this too. She kind of did a breakdown. I wanted a kind of a master plan of like how we get closer to breaking even, but also knowing this is an amenity. This is something that it brings businesses to Mountain Home when they. I'll be honest. When we go out and recruit, 99% of the time the business goes, what's their stuff for my people to do? You know, affordable housing, library, cemetery, if you can believe that one, parks, and a golf course. Now, if we had what do you call it, like a Y, they always ask if we have something like that as well. And so those are kind of like, this is my brain just reaching out to you guys right now, setting like what my envision. But like I said, you guys are going to have your own vision, and your Councilman Sanders is going to have his own vision, and Jake's going to have his, and Chris is going to have his own vision. So those are the things that we all have to marry at those all together and make this. I think we have a phenomenal course for the money that we spend on that course. There are always going to be hiccups, guys, too. And then like last year was a one-off with the greens. Um, and Jake can expand on that one. And that's the things that a lot of people don't know about the green situation. Never, I've been here 24 or 5 years and never had a green issue that Jake had. And it's a one-off, and he can explain all that. And it takes a special person to know what that is. And so you guys got a good guy over here. So with that, I'm going to be quiet and let Councilman Sanders take the rest of this over and let you guys do your thing. But I just want you guys to know I appreciate you, taking your time. That shows to me that you guys care about the course. You guys want to see it do good, and I think we all can agree that it's a great amenity for the city of Mountain Home, and it's a great amenity for the citizens of Mountain Home too. So I appreciate you taking your time, especially like you'll get in here and you're going to say, you're going to pick your vice, your chairman, and you're going to pick your times. You don't have to meet on a Thursday. You don't have to, you can pick what you want. And that'll be what you guys want, what's convenient for you guys. 'Cause right now we are taking your time. And I know your time is valuable, and there's things that we all think that is more important than other things, but you guys taking your time right now, that's seasoned and that's impactful, and I appreciate it. Speaking on behalf of the city and I think the council too. So with that, I'll be quiet. I know I just took a lot of your time right now, but I appreciate y'all. Councilman Sanders.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to restart an amazing adventure. It will be a bit of a roller coaster, but tonight it's just to say it's official. And saying it's official means you got to follow the rules that come with it. One of those is the public open meetings law. So bear in mind, we have that to work with as we go forward, which means you'll be operating, because once we finish this agenda tonight, it's no longer, I'm your liaison, I am not your leader. You are your own leaders and you're about to establish them. I'm here to provide you input and to try to guide you in the right direction for the actions to take when it comes to administrative things you want to move forward. But beyond that, I will be very guarded as to what my input is, because I do not want to be seen as someone trying to sway what you guys come up with. That's not my role as your liaison. So that being said, Jake, do you have any issues or items you want to bring forward? I'm looking at item 5 right now, which is city input or issues, and it's from staff or elected officials.
I think I'm good. I'm just curious to see how it's all gonna go, so just wait till maybe next meeting.
Okay. Any other elected officials or staff in the room that has any issues they want to bring up? This may be your one and only chance for an open forum with this group.
I've got a question. I know they just put a new pump in, so is that gonna put us already in the negative?
We budgeted it last year.
Okay.
It's all paid for. It was and correct me if I'm wrong, 297, and we used a local contractor, Big Netta, to put it in, and it's running phenomenally. It saved 4 hours of watering time, if I'm correct-ish.
So, on my program, I have the opportunity, or I have the ability to do dry runs, which shows me what I'm watering without actually watering. So like, let's say in the heat of August, when you put down the most water, if I was to water everything at its max, I never have, because it would go from 8:30 at night to like 1 in the afternoon the next day. So I've never done that. But doing a dry run and doing that starting at 9, it ends at 6 now. So I have the ability to do that because we have big pumps. It's running a lot more efficient, and so it's going to be
Okay.
it's much needed.
And it's already paid for, so that makes it nice, or it's already been budgeted.
So the 297 was out of the last year's budget that we had cash carried over into this one, and then the 311 is the transfer, and that's essentially operation maintenance, all the heavy lifts, all the just to keep it going. I foresee with the new model that we've put together, I think we can get it down with some working to around, I think I was about 147,000. Best guesstimation. These are just best guesstimation numbers, but then we also modeled some other things. So more to follow on that. Like I said, we'll let you guys get going, but there'll be more to follow that I think I can get it down even further, like to around 45,000. So I think we're going the right direction.
Everybody all right with that? We're good so far? Then let's go ahead down to item 6. Let's go ahead and get some of the administrative stuff out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, up for item 6, number 1, a discussion action item is to appoint a chairperson. That needs to be amongst the named members of the committee. You guys may do it in whatever manner you would like, but somebody's going to have to take the mantle of chairperson. So I guess I'll start off simple. Any volunteers?
I think that one thing that, sorry, Anthony, but maybe just not all of us are familiar with each other. Maybe a little bit of background on why we volunteered for this job. I mean, or for this position. I mean, I know that we're all here on the same goal, but maybe a little background on who we are and why this is important to us. I don't know if it's any value to you guys, but it's up to you guys. So
Actually, it's up to you guys. I think it'd be a great idea, but I'm not one totally guiding the meeting, so.
I was looking around, but
Take a
So-
for it. Start.
so
In
obviously,
3 minutes of fame for everybody.
yep, yeah. So obviously, Alex. My name is Alex Rodriguez. Born and raised here in Mountain Home. Went to high school here. Graduated. Moving forward, golfed my whole life. Golf course means a lot to me, a lot to my family. Took over the president role for the men's league, and I want to continue to see the growth in this golf course. And obviously, the game of golf is at its all-time high right now. So, want to make sure that the kids coming through the, through the through Mountain Home, or they have something to do and an option to grow. And I don't want it to be shut down or left in kind of shambles. And I know it ain't going to get shut down, but we need to make sure that this is a place that people want to come out to and move forward. So that's why I wanted to join and have a say and work with everybody that's hopefully on the same goal. So
Yeah, I echo that. My name's Scott LaSalle. I've been here for 26 years now. First thing I did when I got into town was actually join the golf league. That was like kind of a given because I was a golf nut forever. But I agree with Alex. I think that just in the last few years, we saw a glimpse of what this golf course can actually be. And of course, we had a couple hiccups, but I think we could get it back. And that is my hope, that we get it back going successfully again.
My name is Anthony Hofer. I grew up in Grandview, Idaho. I'm Alex's cousin. I'm currently on the outsider. I know there was maybe some whispers among the community about I don't live here, and I don't. I live in Boise, but I am fully ingrained in this community. So I am a sales associate for Shamrock Foods, and all of my customer clientele is the Mountain Home Market. So pretty much every restaurant in town, I come and see them every day. So, and then I'm also the vice president of the men's league. So when thought we might lose it last year, me and Alex talked about stepping up and trying to keep that alive and keep it going. And I've been a member of the men's league at Desert Canyon for the last 5 years. Part of the community, like I said, my mom's the manager of the UPS store down. My uncle's lived here his whole life. I've been around here. Growing up in Grandview, I would come and golf here, and I would come to Mountain Home too. I also had a background in sales. I have a background in golf retail. I'm a certified club fitter. I work at Moonlight at Golf Galaxy and Dick's Sporting Goods. So I've been in that space for the last few years. I also have some experience working out of pro shops and helping run tournaments. So that kind of hobby side, and then I work in the sales industry for a food service. Excited to help.
So I'll go next. I'm Chris Eastman. I'm a graduate of Mountain Home in 1980. I left here to earn a golf scholarship. Played golf at ISU. PGA Life member since 1990. Family teachers here for
I'm May Beaver, and I've been here in Mountain Home for 47 years. Started golfing probably about 15 years ago, and I've been around when the golf course was not much and gone through a few hiccups, and I appreciate the way it is now. Wonderful. I know we got hiccups right now, but I'm ready for us to move forward and let's get things straightened out. And like Mayor Sykes says, let's stop the rumors, just have facts. And I'm president of the Women's Association. My turn. I'm Brenda Schwartz. I went to first grade here and then left. I'm Air Force brat, married Air Force. Came back in 2011, started my own business here in town. Recently closed that down and retired. I'm Treasury of the Women's Association, have been for the last 8 years, I believe. I believe that the golf course has been a lot of downward slides, and we need to get it back and in a positive light versus a negative light. And that's why I'm here, because I'm positive.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
You guys, well, I'm not on the board, but do you want me to go ahead?
Oh, please.
I mean, you guys are looking at me like you want me to. So, Jake Olson, golf course superintendent. Been the superintendent since February 2014. Been in the golf industry for my 27th year now. My family moved here for the job. We live in Glens Ferry right now. My wife teaches kindergarten down there. 4 kids. They're all sports and doing all kinds of stuff. So, me.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Guess going back to the question, is there any volunteers for chairperson?
I would like to volunteer.
Anyone else? Double checking.
Like it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Then by acclamation of the committee, you are chairperson. That means I get to hand the agenda off to you.
For the remainder of it?
It's your meeting.
All right. Is there any volunteers for vice chair?
I'll be vice chair.
Second.
And what about secretary? Pending city ordinance change. Can you explain that, Decker?
There is, and Scott, help me correct me if I get this wrong. There's a move in place to begin recording all the meetings. And if that becomes the case, then a formal secretary may not be required.
Yes. Ordinance in Title I right now capture city council. Those were capture for council interest to record going forward. If that changes, there is likelihood that someone house with the city of Mount Hope staff who knows how to record those things, or on such a question in that, so settled at the moment.
Yep. I think right now the best thing to do, just a recommendation, is to go ahead as the agenda request. You appoint the secretary. Now, the amount of minutes that are required is basically just to be able to summarize the actions taken during this meeting for reporting purposes. Should the ordinance change, then those responsibilities can be redefined based on how the ordinance gets changed. But just in case that doesn't happen, you guys would be well served to have a secretary who would be keeping notes of these meetings. Right now, we've got audio recording going on, but still, this is technology. If you trust technology, then you love Facebook for all the wrong reasons. And so I would recommend having a secretary and having them make some very brief notes for each of the items that come up on the agenda.
Anybody volunteer for secretary?
No.
Not all at once, guys.
That taking note is a lot. I know it is.
Let Chat GP technology.
I mean, I'll give it a try. I'm not very good. I've never done it, but we
You'll be
can.
fine, May.
We'll shoot at it.
And to just clarify, if it's recorded and all documented there, then it's kind of a role that seems like it may be just an case role. kind of.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so in context of advisory committee, typically what you expect out of meeting minutes that capture the notes of chair second, capture those, have those meeting minutes produced actually through the office, put it into advisory committee that was presented. Meeting minutes after this meeting today. The next point that committee. Agenda.
It is also being voice recorded.
Yeah, and which is very helpful for.
Second, bring to be.
May.
Oh,
I can't do everything.
See, I've already messed you up.
I'd give it to her too. She can have her own balls. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so and then the requirements are, can we meet more than monthly, Decker, or is it monthly the max min?
It's on the second page, second.
Minimum.
One regular meeting each month.
Up to 10, it looks like. Is what,
Each month, during not less than.
Less than 10.
So that was our question of clarification. Is if needed, do you maybe just prioritize out or bring other things to attention? We would be able to call a secondary meeting out a month or.
Yeah, as a new group, we need.
Yeah.
Often as the season's
Frequent.
coming along.
Yes.
This is Thursdays. Is Thursdays is there any?
No, I don't like Thursdays.
We
Okay.
volunteer at the Elks on
On Thursday.
Thursdays.
Yeah, and I supplied the food for that.
Yeah. So Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no problem.
Okay.
But Thursdays are because we do volunteer.
Okay, and then Wednesday nights are men's league night.
Yeah,
So we're
Tuesday
probably-
night, you guys play, right?
We don't play Tuesday.
we have a league
You
on
guys have, like,
Tuesdays.
but you guys play in the morning side of things.
We have morning Tuesday, night Tuesday, and morning Thursday.
I would say, yeah, I would say Tuesdays probably.
Tuesday. We can shoot for it and do it and see how it
Yeah.
is. And if it becomes a hiccup, we can negotiate and talk about it again.
Folks, I hate to interject. If I don't, Scott and I are tag teaming on this one because
Oh, go ahead.
depending upon which Tuesday you pick, you might have to have a different location than this one.
Oh, yeah.
Mondays would be good then.
Yeah, Tuesdays, second and fourth Tuesdays.
Mhm.
Meets in these
Yeah.
chambers. Planning and zoning used to be once a month, little down to once a month.
Yeah.
So Tuesday,
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't do it because
When did you say the first
can't-
and
Tuesday-
third Tuesday?
first and third is,
second and fourth, city council.
so Tuesday evening.
Well, how's Monday sound for everybody?
Monday's good with me.
Monday, May 4th is first available Monday.
Do take note of the second paragraph as well. Regular meetings cannot be any earlier, 6 p.m. So as you go to set time, keep that requirement in mind, please.
We're doing once a month on Monday.
Right now, yeah.
Yep. I would say let's get as soon as possible.
May 4th.
May 4th,
Wait
Yep.
for it, 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
Okay.
6 p.m.
You want 6?
6.
Okay.
Is there anything, so I think that moves us to item 7. Is there anything any members of the council would like us to set for that first meeting that's on their mind or their priority for them?
You guys seen the
Nothing. So hopefully by next meeting, they'll get it out to us.
So
That's
that
what
would be
Rich Sykes was saying.
up to you to follow up with Tiffany, I would assume.
To have the financials ready?
Mhm.
And when we say financials, how extensive are you asking for?
Well, for me, what I've been thinking about since it's kind of thinking about this board is where are we at? So Mayor Sykes said something about breaking even would be a success. So where are we at in that aspect? And establishing where we want to be. And so, and then what metrics and goals and how do we measure that? So if there's a portion of that that's financial success, like we'll need that defined. What does that mean? And what does that mean to the city and the council? So that mean financials, like, are we saying, are we in the hole? Like, we just need to know where, my opinion, where is that? What does that look like?
And I'm gonna tag team with you on this too, but to my understanding, you'd almost have to go back into the last century to find a year where the city did not wind up supplementing at some level general funds to the golf course. So it has not, my knowledge, ever operated in the black, as we know black being paying for itself.
So clarify, I would want to know what the P&L is, but not detailed. To say, how far off are we? That.
What's our cost?
In
What's
terms of
what is our burden of the golf course right now? Like, what is our cost of things like how?
How much is a supplement?
Yeah,
I mean, it might be valuable. Capture revenue and expense paid.
Yeah.
With separate sheets that during.
Yeah, just simple, like
It may be helpful to have both of the sheets independent. Several years. Kind of see some of the more recent history. Those sheets each will show sources of revenue, projections that are on, actuals on, expenditure. Expenditure side is really it explains a lot. Budget. Be able to see what those two sheets are pretty valuable.
yeah. So I think we define it as like, rev, expenses, budget, it's all that. Yeah. And then that way we know, and then just maybe an update on where we're tracking, just so measure if we're exceeding or.
do we want to look at history though, or do we want
No,
to?
I think we
I
should.
think we just look at
No,
moving
you
forward
know,
here, saying,
Yeah.
okay, what is our expenses this year, current
Right,
state,
exactly.
our expenses this year, and where we're at current state, and how do we get to getting into the black, right? Let's put everything in the past, and let's just move forward and how we can help them.
Right, because it's not,
can't change yesterday.
right, exactly.
There are some implications. Items that are set out in this budget cycle, which is identified in the council. What is in years for the requests for those are also captured in that historical, so it's not. You're looking.
So I guess having the old information is great, but I think as a council we should be looking forward and saying, okay, this is some of the stuff that is going on to this year, or was subsidized last year, but is applying to this year, and now this is where we got to go.
And I say, so financials defined as such for applicable to us, right? How we measure out whether we have a positive effect on. There's a couple other items too, like it's just my opinion, but I think that that's just not the complete picture of whether or how we define success. I'd also like to figure out a mechanism, like how do we gauge community involvement? How do we gauge community experience with the golf course? How do we gauge customer experience? Finances are great, but they're also they're a result of the other two in my opinion.
Right, but that's something we bring up when we're sitting down,
Yeah.
as a committee, what our goals are
Yeah.
and what we need to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm
So,
not saying
I
that we need to have that for us next week. That's on the agenda item. Like, how do we define that?
Right.
Do we have a pro or somebody that is going to be there?
City hasn't hired a pro.
Go ahead. Correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding is Chris has been hired on a seasonal basis to help with the pro background.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some junior programs going,
Okay,
teaching.
that will help.
So you have not been hired as a pro?
No, I'm a temporary season,
You're a what?
temporary seasonal. Find out some teaching programs. You guys are not familiar with PGA Hope. PGA Hope certified. It's free for veterans. You guys are the best community in the has to be run through the PGA. Paid through the PGA. It's free to veterans. It's a 6-week program to look people that never
What about Veterans Wise?
affiliation with the veteran.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm in.
I've submitted an application. I've got to go through the Rocky Mountain section for that. Rocky Mountain section has to take it to national. They've been teaching that in Las Vegas for less 5 ratio. It's a no-brainer. It's an hour-and-a-half class.
What's the projected date on possibly getting that?
Well, that's not gonna really happen until next year. I've submitted it. The section has to take it to national. I've been doing this for 3 years down in Las Vegas. I was doing a class. Up here, seasonal, intensive background, and important. Golf Galaxy for what track man?
I looked you up.
Yeah, you can Google me. I'm a top 10 instructor in the state of Nevada. That is,
Were you the on-site PGA professional at golf?
I worked there 12 years.
Yeah, and then there's even at Dick's hired PGA every golf sport.
Yeah,
And
there
kinda
was
went away from that.
a good friend of mine, Buster Whitney.
Okay, so our agenda consists of financials, talking about what the future growth is with you.
Yeah, there's several type of programs. Try to have ready.
Okay.
Yeah, the ideas
Bring the
help.
ideas to the table.
Yeah, the
I need-
ideas are great.
And Jake, do you
We're all here
need
to help.
anything on the agenda?
No, I think I'll let you guys do your stuff for a little bit and just answer questions if you have any. I'll just be here for you in case you guys have questions for me or something.
I think I'd like to have at least the course maintenance side of things as well. I mean, what dates are going on and things that are happening at the golf course that you're maybe seeing, or, I mean, and then how we can help with that, or what advice or anything that you need as well. I mean, if we're don't want to get to where the greens are happening again, and which, by the way, even with them punched, they are looking fantastic. So a lot better.
Yeah, and I think
But-
that if I'm picking up what you're saying, I think that between like the leagues and what's going on at the course and in maintenance, we need to just have an alignment of schedules.
So if you already have your schedule for the year,
Yeah.
we need to. We'd like to talk.
I'll bring it. I have it. I'll bring it next time.
All the tournaments and stuff like
Yep.
that.
Yeah, because there's the club championship we got to look at as well. We got to look at maybe even member guests as at least for the association side of things. We need to sit down and talk. And that could be obviously outside of this meeting, but some things that are happening is we got to look at the tournament schedules, maintenance schedule for the course,
So
and
I've already
moving
dug
forward.
into that. I
Okay.
spent the last 2 days. I
Okay.
just drove my RV up yesterday.
And you're gonna be helping with the tournaments?
So
Okay, awesome. So
Okay.
excited.
there's a lot of Saturday action.
Yes.
Every Saturday, there's some type of event in June. There's only 2 events in May. There's 3. And there's some Fridays in there too.
All July's booked except for the 4th because
Yeah.
of fireworks.
Yeah.
But August
But,
doesn't have any tournaments
yeah,
right now.
'cause I realized there wasn't a men's. Yeah, men's member, ladies member. Why don't we have all this?
Right. Yep.
I also want to city use people to golf, so kind of taking the role of teaching professional. You're right. Guys, unlimited. I wanna
Good.
get
Sounds good.
My goal is to have every kid introduced to golf. And then when
It helped a lot, I think, with our community and our high school and stuff, so.
I was too late.
And even outside of our community, I mean, Rimrock had 5 kids and out of Grandview come and play golf last year. Never had. I mean, I don't think they ever had a program. You graduated from there, so.
It was good to see, and I did help with that team.
Then how do we pull kids from Glenns Ferry that don't even have a golf team as well and show that? I mean, I could be wrong, Jake, but I know my niece goes to Glenns Ferry. My nieces, I should say.
I don't think
They
they have anything with golf down there.
So how do we get some of those kids to be able to come up here and enjoy it and us to move forward? So
Okay, so our agenda items, just recap again, I wrote down finances first, and then alignment with maintenance, and I wouldn't say maintenance, and I'm just gonna call you the pro.
Well, I think we need to have some type of action plan for what we can do for.
Yeah, that's another thing I have written down too. So, but part of the agenda, I was going to say one. Well, first, I feel like we need to establish our purpose for ourselves that is in alignment with what the city council and mayor believe it to be. So, align there, establish a purpose, establish some metrics to gauge that, and then couple exercises from lean manufacturing. We could work through, develop a prioritization chart on what we want to accomplish, what we want to tackle, and then establish goals.
I think that'll make it all blend together and
Right.
that'll work with our
Right.
financial.
Right. And and we're already going down the path of like ideas, let's play coach and
Mhm.
tournaments and stuff like that. We can all
Tournaments
prioritize that,
Getting
kind of
kids
separate that out.
involved and more tournaments. It used to be just a couple years ago, every weekend was busy with tournaments and
And I did get a copy of all the previous. That's why I gotta work with the council on trying to get these people back.
yes.
get that turned around and get them back.
And how do you bring?
New people, new agendas.
Okay.
You guys know when your tournaments, the men's league tournament's going to be? Remember, guess? Or the
No.
championship, I mean.
Well, that was.
That's what we'll have to get with you.
Usually, you guys, for the last since I've been here, it's been the same pretty much that second or third weekend, member guest club championship. So I have
We-
scheduled airification after that. So it should, you're
And
going
is
to
it-
want it in August.
Currently I have our men's league ending on the 5th, and I thought that the club champion, if we were to have one, would be that weekend.
You might, but we might want to try to get those booked on the calendar before
So
those dates.
when do
Someone
you do
goes in and puts a
airification?
tournament.
August.
It's right. It's
11th
like
or something like that. Or
No.
no, August 18th or something like that weekend, ain't it? Because I think our league ended and the following week was.
it's the following Monday, Tuesday, after club championship member guest. I can't remember which order those go.
Club championships.
First,
The last one.
The last one. So it's right after that, and I think I'd have to go look at the calendar. I have it down, but it's already blocked out on the tournament calendar, so people can't go and make their tournament for a couple weeks after. But it's right after that. It's like, let's see. So I
wanna say
think
it's the
it's
16th,
probably the
17th.
17th, 18th.
Or yeah, 17th, 18th.
Yeah, it's probably the 17th, 18th.
And I know you said you wanted it done in August, but out of curiosity, if we moved it an extra week,
I don't want to push airification back farther because then
Okay.
it's going to be longer for it to ill in because
gotcha.
of weather, right?
Current airification, you just finished, when did you do that?
Last Monday. This Monday was a week. It's horrible. It was rain the whole time. It's horrible.
Potential lines tournaments on.
It'd be Saturday.
It's on Saturday.
So this is like, so this will be our alignment with Maintenance Pro and everything. This will be part of our agenda of next meeting. Yeah?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've got all the current, I created a calendar for all.
We need to talk. Yeah.
I know that ladies Tuesday, men, it starts in May.
Yeah.
So the 2nd, 9th, and 23rd, there's tournaments on Saturdays. Got 84 players on the 9th. There's nothing on the 2nd. Sorry. 23rd, there's 3,644 players. We've got 12 to 16 players on the 16th. The Elks is on the 13th. We got the Chamber on the 100 players on the 20th. DM on there, 132 players. June.
If you guys want copies of it, I think
we
we
can-
could.
we
I
can-
think we can print them.
If you could just pull that off,
Yeah.
then
we can
and
just have the
we'll- and
calendar
we can
bring
go
it
through
so
it
you
next
can
week
all see
or
it.
Yeah.
next
Start
meeting.
seeing
We'll hash it out as part of the agenda.
I can make
next week.
something up for you.
Cause yeah, like, 4th of July, sometimes they have the 4th of July pin.
Plant a flag.
Yeah.
Flag tournament.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that.
Like
Yeah, that was
tournament
T,
for
one
4th
of
of
TJ's
July.
tournaments.
Yeah, that was fun.
Just getting people to come out
I got
and
ideas for you.
spend money
Perfect.
at the golf course and get this stuff going again.
Okay, so I think we got finances, alignment with Maintenance and Pro, develop our purpose, establish goals, establish a metric, how do we measure ourselves to get to those goals, and then a prioritization chart, and then out of that prioritization chart will come the advice recommendations to the council.
Okay.
Improve on golf course.
Clarification. Advisory committee's advice to mayor.
Mayor.
Specifically. So
Yeah.
you address those things. Sure to,
Okay, so will our, and that would be, actually, I would like, yeah, that here. Logistics, so our advice goes directly to mayor.
correct. So.
Okay.
In, just for some clarification, and
Yes.
link, as those recommendations, there are according to the meeting, when you do make a suggestion or recommendation to the mayor, the ordinance shall be submitted in writing to the secretary to the city clerk. So have some working time. Thoughts and verbs.
So Scott, on here, that thing that Tiffany printed out, duties and responsibilities. It says, on C, it says golf course committee. The golf course committee shall have the duty and responsibility to suggest and make recommendations to the mayor, council, golf professional, and golf course superintendent concerning the development and the management of the municipal golf course. Is that,
Just in the format sense, agenda is run by the mayor. So all intent, he is parliamentarian. City Hall. For the most part. Now your recommendations will be passed through
through the mayor?
the mayor. But the mayor and clerk are where that gets centralized.
Is the mayor going to be part of every advisory meeting?
I doubt it.
In the experience of being in other advisory meetings, say less than likely.
He might
I
right now
can't
at
speak for
first,
him in
but
that sense. That's his presence.
I think once we start having those recommendations, we can ask him to be a part of these and say, hey.
Does the mayor hold final authority over yay, nay, maybe on all recommendations? Or does that run, I guess, for context, or is that fed to the council and voted on by the council, or is it live and die with the mayor?
I will speak from my experience in council. Only the recommendations coming committee pass to the handful of flyers about, but in the grand scheme of it, that will make it to it.
And one request that I may have, so the council will vote on recommendations. One request that I would have is a feedback loop back to the advisory committee on, and maybe we're just part of the council meeting and we can hear the reason. But a feedback loop back to the advisory, why the meeting, why the advice or suggestion was denied or accepted. And then maybe some context and thoughts and recommendations.
Just some procedural and general understanding for your guys' municipal budgeting around cities, municipalities. To creating our budget, solidifying our budget once during the year. That recommendations that you might bring may have financial impact.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna guess on what recommendations are, but keep in mind that the budget is set. Say the current set. Last summer was enacted over one as the beginning of fiscal, and we're tied to that budget.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and just like if we get that feedback from based on that, then that helps direct our next priority at the next meeting. Say, okay, well this suggestion was outside of our budget constraints, so we know where to direct our energy and focus for our next suggestion or something. Or this one, if it was say it wasn't budgetary for just hypothetical, this would negatively impact citizens of X, Y, and Z. That provides us good context of the other groups.
So as you formalize your recommendations to both the as a body, suggestion would be maybe estimate on there, got something that you plan, which just in the general standing fall will impact those kind of things.
I think I've had enough of these.
Motion we adjourn for tonight.
I second that. Hey. Yippee.
Thanks.
You say meeting adjourned,
Meeting adjourned.
and we stop the clock.
I'm not all on the parliamentary procedure.
But, yeah, nope, clock.
Are we supposed to sign this and pass it on?
Actually, this